Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. Professor Chidi Odinkalu, human rights lawyer and former chairman of National Human Rights Commission, has raised concern over the meeting between Nyesom, the FCT minister, and the president of the Court of Appeal, who Odinkalu said will set up a panel that will hear the appeal from a Edo State PDP candidate in the September 2024 election in that state. And Odinkalu is saying that Nyesom ought not to have been in the same space with the president of the Court of Appeal when there is a case in court in which he has interest. That is what we're going to look at in this video. So we're going to look at why Chidi Odinkalu is concerned that Nyesom is on the same space with the president of the Court of Appeal that is going to set up a panel to hear the appeal from the PDP and their candidate Igadelo. So, is there any need for concern? Is Professor Chidi Odinkalu raising unnecessary alarm, or there's a need for concern? Now let us look at the whole picture. Why Professor Chidi Odinkalu is concerned, and then you tell us what you think at the end of the video. Now, Nigerian lawyer and human rights activist Professor Chidi Odinkalu has taken to his official X handle on Saturday to react after spotting the president of the Court of Appeal, Monica Dongban Mensem, with the former governor of Rivers State and now Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Nyesom. According to Professor Chidi Odinkalu, the moment was captured at an event that was held at IBB Golf Club. He said this is coming hours after the PDP candidate in the Edo State Governorship election, Igadelo, headed to the Court of Appeal. Chidi Odinkalu described the presence of the FCT minister at the event as judicial malpractice. He said the former governor of Rivers State was not supposed to attend the event because there are cases in court. According to Chidi Odinkalu, in his official X account, and I quote, "The week after curious Supreme Court decision in which he had interest, Nyesom was in Calabar with judge who read lead opinion. Now, hours after Edo State election petition tribunal case, he showed up beside the judge who will constitute the appeal panel. He has magnet for judges. The presence of FCT minister at Governor Wike so the presence of the FCT minister at Governor Wike plus at Court of Appeal Nigerian President Monica Dongban Mensem at that event in IBB Golf Club in Abuja yesterday was judicial malpractice and influence peddling. In other words, he said that Nyesom was not supposed to be in the same space with the president of the Court of Appeal. He went on to say that Wike knows that knew he was not supposed to be there. There are cases in court End of quote. So Professor Chidi Odinkalu is saying that Wike is not supposed to hobnob with the Court of Appeal president. He ought not to have attended that event. He ought not to be there. Now, does Professor Chidi Odinkalu have any ground to say what he said, or he was just raising unnecessary alarm over the case of Edo Governorship appeal that is going to the appeal court? Now let us look at the antecedent of Nyesom Wike, or why Professor Chidi Odinkalu perhaps was concerned. Recall that after Mondo Kwebola was declared winner by the Edo State Election Petition Tribunal, after Mondo Kwebola was declared the winner of the election, or victorious by the Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja, Nyesom Wike was among those that congratulated Okwebola, thereby exposing his bias in favor of Okwebola against Iradelo. So that was a clear indication, even though Nyesom Wike is a member of the PDP, at least for now, and that Okwebola is APC. Nyesom Wike was quick to congratulate him on his victory against the governorship candidate of his party, the PDP. Now, how did this thing start? This thing started because Iradelo, who was the candidate of the PDP, his godfather, Obaseke, the former governor of Edo State, had a fallout with Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike supported him in his second term bid, but they had a fallout. So by the time the election in Edo State were to take place last September, Nyesom Wike and Obaseke had fallen out. And Nyesom Wike, it was clear, did not support the candidate of Obaseke, that's Iradelo. Okay? He didn't support it. If you recall, you can go and verify. If you recall, the Edo State PDP, wrote to the Independent National Electoral Commission to withdraw the resident electoral commissioner for Edo State ahead of that election, because that resident electoral commissioner is said to be a cousin of Nyesom Wike and his former aide. So they requested, they feared that he will not be fair. He will not be fair in the election that was coming up, that he should be removed. He was not the only one that they wanted to be removed. They wanted the Commissioner of Police in Edo State to be removed ahead of that election. They wrote to the INEC to change the resident electoral commissioner. They were specific about that person is an ally of Nyesom Wike, and that they will not get favor, they will not get justice in his presiding over the election in Edo State, that he will not be fair. But INEC rejected their plea, said they are not going to change the the resident electoral commission of Edo State, that he is going to conduct the election. And at the end of the day, the resident electoral commissioner, Onwa, who is said to be a cousin of Nyesom Wike, conducted the election. And you know that since that election came out, the PDP had brought out tons of evidence to show that the election was not free and fair. So you can now understand where Professor Chidi Odinkalu is coming from, that Nyesom Wike has interest in Edo election. So his interest is not only restricted to the fact that he was quick to congratulate Monday Pabelo, the governor of Edo State, okay, which shows his clear bias, okay, which shows his clear bias in favor of Pabelo and against Iradel. That was why Professor Chidi Odinkalu is concerned that Nyesom Wike is in the same space with the president of the Court of Appeal, who is going to constitute the panel that is going to hear the appeal of PDP and the Iradel. Does that make sense to you? Do you think that Professor Chidi Odinkalu is crying wolf? And to show you further that how Nyesom Wike now shows his bias, look at what he wrote in the congratulatory message. Now, recall, after Monday Pabelo was declared winner by the Edo Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, FCT Minister was among those that congratulated him, exposing his bias in favor of Pabelo. In the congratulatory message, Wike told Pabelo that the governor should not be distracted by those, in his words, are only interested in getting power through the back door. Now, by this statement, it means that Nyesom Wike is saying that the PDP and their candidate, governorship candidate, Asue Iradel, they want to get back to power through the back door. You know what it means to get through the back door? It means that you try to get it in an illegitimate way, so to say. So that exposes his bias against the other law. Okay? Now, the statement that was issued congratulating Governor Pabelo was issued on behalf of Nyesom Wike by his Senior Special Assistant on Public Communication and Social Media, Lere Olayinka. The FCT minister described the ruling as further confirmation of the mandate freely given to Pabelo by the people of Edo State. And like I said earlier on, you know that ahead of the election, that the PDP election in Edo State, the PDP had demanded the redeployment of the resident electoral commissioner, Dr. Anubum Onoha, who is a former aide and a cousin of the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike. The INEC refused to redeploy him despite the fears expressed by the PDP that he will not be fair in conducting the election. Of course, their worst fear eventually happened, and they believe that they were rigged out in that election. Now, what do you think? Do you think that Professor Chidi Odinkalu is raising unnecessary alarm, or that the alarm he raised is legitimate, given the fact how sensitive the issue is, that the president of Court of Appeal ought not to have allowed herself to be in the same space, or that the minister ought to have excused himself, knowing that he has interest in a matter that woman is going to constitute a panel for. What is your view? What do you think? How do you assess this in respect to the growing lack of confidence in Nigerian judiciary by ordinary Nigerians, including politicians? What do you have to say? Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.